This meditation is based on my previous video on how I magnetize the man of my dreams with feminine seduction. So this is literally how I leveled up my manifestation of my man and materialized the perfect person that I had been creating in my mind. Literally, this person is a materialization of all of my meditations that I've put out on YouTube. And the reason is because I've spent so much time thinking and feeling into my dream and my wish fulfilled that I materialized my person just based on that. So these practices really do work, and the point of this video is to help you understand how to accomplish this and manifest your dream person yourself, whether this person is someone that you're manifesting out of thin air or whether this is a specific person that you have already met. You can do both. I've done both. So what we're going to do here is we're going to give you the feminine and masculine perspective on how we manifested our dream person and the things that we did leading up to that, so that you will have a better understanding of how to accomplish this for yourself. And then we're going to take you into our dreamy story and how it unfolded for us in real life. So we're going to get into that energy. We're going to take you into your wish fulfilled and help you embody the energy that is going to bring it forth for you. So remember that the more that you enter into your wish fulfilled, or the more that you entertain your dream, the more that your dream becomes your reality. If you want to manifest this for yourself, make sure that you're practicing this energy and this vibration frequently. So listen to this meditation between 1 and 3 times a day for 30 to 90 days. And what's super important is that you are fully immersing yourself in the feeling, in the wish fulfilled, as if it is already done. So keep in mind that we're using our story to guide you into entertaining and imagining your own story unfolding with your person. So as we're talking, you just imagine that this is your conversation that you're having after the fact with your person, and that the wonderful things that they're saying about you and the wonderful things that you're saying about them have already come to pass. I had a lot of time to think about what I wanted in a person, and you could say that I was born definitely romantic, and I had met a lot of people, but I never found anything close to what I truly wanted. And so I learned how to love and how to build a harmonious relationship with someone and how to have fun, even if I knew that they weren't the one for me. I didn't really know at the time that I was settling. I just thought that what I wanted, I couldn't have, because it seemed so big and so out there, and I guess I didn't know well enough that I could really have something that awesome, because the world tells you to settle and compromise, and the world tells you that you can't have it all. But eventually, my heart started speaking to me and letting me know that I was gonna have to stop compromising, because I knew exactly what I wanted. And I knew that if I stayed where I was, I would never get it. I knew that I had to think outside the box and get outside the parameters that I had set for myself and build a completely new life so that I could have you in it. And I set out to to manifest you and magnetize you into my life. I set out to no longer settle, but to create a relationship with a person that I had imagined in my mind, with all the characteristics that I had dreamt of. And I just chose to believe. So I set out on a quest, and I worked on myself, and I made big changes in my life, knowing that I would manifest you, knowing that we were just going to keep going until I had found you, until I had met you. I knew it was inevitable. I knew I was worth it, and I knew that you were worth it too. At some point, I got very, very clear on the love that I had for you and the love that we would have. And I got very clear on who I was in this relationship. And I started feeling it extremely clearly on a day-to-day basis. I felt you, and I felt our relationship and how we were together. And it was amazing. And then one day, I met you, and meeting you felt exactly like how I had felt and imagined you in my mind. And that's how I knew that it was you.
I felt like I had searched the whole world over, and somehow yet I had passed up this diamond in the rough. And I just felt like there was not really anybody out there that specifically matched the traits and the things that I was looking for in my significant other. But little did I know, this perfect match was literally just a couple hours drive away from my home the entire time, and I had passed up that diamond in the rough in my search among my beginning earlier years. And I had experienced several relationships before I met her that fizzled out and that didn't really stack up to what I wanted in a relationship, and that's why they didn't work. And they were signs telling me that that was not a relationship I needed to be in, and that there was something better out there for me than that. And so after years of failures, I pretty much had started to give up, but I was still trying to search for things that I knew that my heart wanted. My heart never quit longing for specific things and traits in the woman that I wanted. And even though I knew it was very specific, I knew that that's what my heart was desiring. And so some of the things that I was particularly looking for in this person was a super nice body with lots of amazing curves, feminine curves in all the right places. Very pretty, feminine woman that's also very playful and freaky in a lot of adventurous and fun ways. Kind of in a way that matches my playfulness and my adventurousness. Someone who gets their hair and their nails and makeup done on a regular basis and enjoys just glowing themselves up and making themselves look super beautiful and feeling super happy about themselves. Someone who's independent, someone who has similar goals, life goals in mind that I do. Someone who's honest, someone who can cook a really good, decent meal, as well as someone who can be a great mother and has very feminine and motherly traits. And I just kept knowing that that's what I wanted, and I never gave up on following that. And once I finally decided that I was not going to settle, that's when little signs from the universe started to materialize in my life, and I was actually seeing sort of a light in the tunnel, and I felt like I was getting closer to finding this woman. And little did I know, she was just around the corner from me.
I like the way that you said that, because everything that you said is the way that I felt too, but you said it, I feel like, even better.
Well, I have a way with words, I guess. I feel like you always say things better, so it's funny.
I think that we just really appreciate each other.
Certainly, yeah.
Right from the start.
Yeah. The first moment I met you and we started talking, I knew that we were very likely to just get along and have decent, like, elegant conversations without any discontinuities or misunderstandings. And as time has went by, that's held up, and I just enjoy talking to you for every single thing that we've ever talked about. I know that I've always really enjoyed and appreciated your level of commitment and engagement in the conversations, and just you keep me hanging on every word as you continuously and seamlessly flow through, infinite ideas and different perspectives that may differ from mine from time to time, but it's just absolutely amazing how we just match together and can have these surreal, amazing conversations with each other and connect with each other on such a great level.
When I first saw you, I was pleasantly surprised, and I just looked at you, and I remember that your eyes got real big, and so did mine, and it was kind of like we both just knew that we liked what we were seeing. I knew that I liked what I was seeing, and I knew that you liked what you were seeing, and I remember your smile and the way that you looked at me, and I just looked at you, and in my head I was like, okay, he's cute, he's definitely on my list. And I knew that I was gonna be talking to you again through the night, and that we would kind of come back and find each other again. I just kind of felt that little spark, but it didn't feel anything like urgent or needy, and I wasn't afraid of losing you. I just knew that I could follow my joy and that you'd be attracted back to me again.
Yeah, it just felt right. Definitely when we first saw each other, I was also feeling the same way. At first sight, I just knew that you were really hot and my type, and that was definitely a huge plus. But I was like, okay, but let's see if the non-physical also stacks up. And I was also looking forward to communicating with you more and building things up more and more and more. And each time it was just so amazing and good and fun whenever we engaged with each other. So I was like, yes, check, 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 check. Oh my God, this is like I won the lottery. And I was completely surprised.
I was really surprised when we started talking. talking. At first for me, I was really leaning back in my feminine energy, and I knew that I just felt like I was in my magnetism, and I knew that not only were you going to come to me, but everything that I wanted that night was just making itself known to me and coming to me. And so, you asked me, if I wanted to talk or sit here or go there, and I was like, okay, but when I actually sat there with you and opened up with you and we started talking, I could see that the things that I was saying were really hitting home for you, and I saw in your eyes that there was like this recognition occurring, and that was a very unique experience for me, because usually people who experience me do not have that full recognition. They don't really follow my energy, my flow, my meaning, and they don't really completely understand me or where I'm coming from. But with you, I felt like you liked and recognized me and what I was about right away. And that I saw that happen in your eyes and in your energy, and it was like we were being pulled closer and closer together, and that made me feel really comfortable with you right away.
There was something just so surprising and special about the fact that each of us was at the same time experiencing this feeling of finally being seen by another person or accepted by another person, when nobody ever before had really seen us or heard us when we spoke. And I could sense that in you, and I could also sense that I was experiencing that in me. I really enjoyed feeling appreciated and heard and accepted, and I know that you did as well. And I laugh when you tell me about how when you first heard me talk, you were like, okay, that accent is different, and you started to kind of judge me or stereotype me off of my country accent and the slow canter in my voice, and you continue to get to know me anyway, and you end up falling in love with it and totally rebasing your decision on my accent. And it's actually one of the most attractive things about me, and you always consistently, constantly compliment me on how sexy my voice is now.
Oh, well, that was something that was on my list, is I wanted someone who had traits that were foreign to me, but I started to get stricter parameters around, those wanting those traits not to be too foreign in too many ways. And so, that ended up being exactly what I wanted, something that was different, something that was unique to me. I wasn't used to that, and like not just the way that you speak, but the things that you say sometimes that are completely foreign to me. And that is something that really, it lights up my soul and makes me happy, because I still get that foreign flavor, but we have the common foundational baselines necessary at the same time.
Yeah, it's a little bit of foreign and a little bit of familiar, and it blends together in just the most perfect way. And we're still discovering new things about each other, and I think it's a lifelong adventure that we get to go on. And I'm looking forward to all the amazing twists and turns that we're going to continuously come up on and get to navigate together. And that's what makes this relationship is so special to me, and it's just absolutely everything I ever wanted and I could ever ask for. Every single day I'm super thankful I have you in my life.
I remember when we met and it was just like pleasant surprise after pleasant surprise after pleasant surprise. It was like every step that I took with you and every moment that went by with you, it was like fireworks and consistent instant manifestations for me, and just checks off my check boxes, and I was like, wow. With every moment that went by, I was so pleased and happy with who you were with me, what I was seeing, and that never ended. Like, you ended up being exactly, like love meeting me where I was, and love actually finally coming through for me and with me in ways like never before. And I mean, it's amazing to finally get that dream come true, and that's why I've gone back and thought a lot about how I manifested this union with you and the entirety of the big thing that I wanted, because that's what so many people want and they don't know how to do it. So I remember you were so, not only were you paying really good attention to me, especially as time went on, but you were really gentle with me, and I could tell that you really wanted to show me a good time, and you really cared about, my feelings and my experience with you. And you're a big guy, you're a big, strong guy, and it's like that made you even more cognizant of being gentle and considerate and sensitive with me. And I really like that about you in general.
So that's our story and how we met, and our story continues to unfold day after day, and I cannot wait to do all the things with you and go all the places with you.
We got lots of plans, and the playful, lovely, delicious banter never ends with you. We began happy, we began in play, we began in love, and we're just more and more of that all of the time.